In this question, we're given two numbers and we have to compare them and write inequality signs. So let me write that word down. Inequality signs. And that's something like this, which means less than. Or like this, which means more than. Now we need to compare these two. That's a decimal, so we'll try to turn 7/10 into a decimal. Now with this sort of question, I like to write the number 7 here and a decimal point there. So the decimal point, even if it's not written, is there to the right of the ones column. What I like to do is write 3 zeros here and 3 zeros here. Now because I'm dividing by 10, there's 1 0 there, so I'm going to move the decimal point back to the left one place. So this decimal point has ended up there. So I'm going to remove this. Now I've not used these three, so I'm going to remove them. I'll keep this because it makes the number easier to read, and I'll remove these two that I've not used. So my number is 0.7. And this number here is 0.07. I can see straight away that this number is bigger, so my inequality sign will be that way. So 0.7 is bigger than 0.07. And remember, the crocodile always eats the bigger number. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this fraction. So it's 23/1000ths. So I write this number down here. And I put the decimal point there. And always in my head, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 zeros on this side and 1, 2, 3 zeros. The reason I do that is because it allows me to divide or multiply by 10, 100 or 1000. So I've done all this now. Now how many zeros have I got? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to move this decimal point to the left 3 times. So 1 place, 2 places and 3 places. So this decimal point ends up here. Now I'm going to remove this. I've not used these 3, so I'm going to remove them. And I'm going to keep this because it makes the number easier to read, and I'll remove this 0 that I've not used. So my answer is 0.023. And I'm going to compare it to 0.23. So I can see that there's a 0 in the tenths column and there's a 2 in the tenths column. So this number is bigger. So the crocodile has to eat this. There. So I can say 0.023 is smaller than 0.23. Now if I read it the other way, I can say 0.23 is more than 0.023. So remember, the crocodile's eating the larger number.